Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, yo, RPL TV, again, thank you guys for joining. You guys know that the season's coming up for tax season. Credit repairs all year. I'm gonna mention this over and over again so you know, so you're not late on taxes. You got a birthday coming up early in the year, get the taxes done, go on a trip, take care of the family, whatever you got to do. The link's gonna be in the bio. But again, season 3, I'm super blessed to be here. I'm super blessed with people that are coming into this show and giving their time here. So today we have LEXX, and LEXX has been someone we've known for a little bit now. Time flies, right?
Couple years now.
Yeah. So LEXX has been doing music for a long time. Transitioned from hip hop, rapping, freestyling to now doing house pop music. So I want to welcome LEXX. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah, we were talking about RPL Kitchen.
Yes.
And you like to cook.
Yes.
So how long, like, I know, like, you probably cook eggs at like 12, 13 years old, but like, when did you get into like cooking for real? Like, let's make a dish real quick.
So I actually learned how to cook when I was younger, like just the basics, like boxed macaroni and cheese, scrambled eggs, tuna pasta. That was like all at the age of like 8 and 9.
Oh, never mind. I said 13. Like,
yeah. So because my grandma was a really good cook, but when I got older, one of my best friends, she knew how to cook really good Jamaican food, and
real quick, Jamaican is kind of like curry a little bit.
Like well, it's like fusion? Jerk and curry.
Jerk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Jamaican was fire, but I always get them mixed up.
Yeah. Curry.
Curry's amazing. I just bought curry chicken the other day, like little pop in the oven thing.
Yeah, I make some really good.
You do?
Curry chicken.
We're not curry RPL Kitchen. Let's do curry.
Yeah. It's a lot of prep, but like I don't know, I just do it's so easy now. But she taught me how to make it, and
with the pita, what is it? No, it's not pita bread. It's forgot.
Well, Jamaican is more like curry. Their curry is different.
That's right. Curries with the whole. They have like a big tortilla thing that goes with the sauce.
No, that's like Indian. I think.
It's not curry.
That's curry, but that's not.
You're learning here. You're learning here.
So
I'm learning.
Curry chicken. I mean, the seasonings, like the chicken is curried, but usually they serve it with like it has like potatoes and carrots, and they serve it over white rice or rice and peas. So
that was your first like intro.
What?
To food.
No, that was my first like actual lesson to where it was like, okay, I actually got to see her cook it, and I was like, I've been doing it all wrong this whole time. Like I've been cooking the wrong way the whole time, and that was like, I think I was like early 20s for me, and I don't know, I just got better and better, and then I got into a relationship, and I was like, you know, that's like one of my love languages was like, well, how, you know, what's your favorite food, you know, dessert, whatever. So I just like perfected. I would get on YouTube and I'd just follow the recipes and I'd tweak it, you know, to my taste, and it just became easy. So
okay, that's fire. That's dope. Yo, put in the comments, get LEXX on RPL Kitchen. All right, just spam real quick and press the like button. Nah, but going to what the making food, like making food now, or because you were telling me you're meal prepping. Mm-hmm. So meal prepping came from diet and.
Well, so during the pandemic, I'm just like a jack of so many trades, you know, like, so during the pandemic, I started training really hard, and I started doing these workout groups with my partner that I was with at the time, which he had already started that. But then when we got together and then the pandemic came and people were coming to the garage, and, you know, he would go out of town. So then I would be left to train these women. And I just kind of like started my own little program.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, I started talking to them about their relationship with their food. Like, you know, a lot of people eat things, or they'll have cheat days. And then on those cheat days, like while they're eating it, they're telling themselves like they're doing something bad. So it's like creating another reaction within their body, that their body, like you're doing something wrong. And that's not good for you. So it was just like a more spiritual approach, you know, like just a more graceful approach on like being kind to yourself and like letting yourself live a little bit. and not just being so hard on yourself, period. So
she's preaching to me, yo.
so it was just like, it came with the whole coaching, and everyone wanted meal plans and diet plans. And I was like, I'm not a dietitian, but I can cook, and I'll just cap everything off at like 500 to 800 calories. And that's what I did. And yeah, then it just turned into a whole thing where I had an email list and delivery list, and then I just turned it into a whole business. But it just,
you are a jack of all trades.
It was so like high demand. In order for me to actually take the business to the next level, I needed to get a ghost kitchen. And at that time, the amount of money that it cost to get a ghost kitchen, I couldn't do it. So I just was like, you know what? I'm glad that I learned the business model, and I was able to like go through every single,
like what it feels like to actually be
like
in it.
Run that. Yeah. Like every single position in the business. Yeah. So I just shut it down, but I could start it up tomorrow if I wanted to. I wouldn't be doing the cooking. I would run it.
You'd run it. All right, well, I'm trying to do something here, so no, I'm just kidding. Like I could find some cooks. Dang, no, you're because as you're talking, like so what happened this week, or I would say the last couple of weeks, like everybody that I'm talking to, whether it's the podcast or over the phone, friends, people I work with, there's kind of been like the theme of like well, you say you're a jack of all trades, you're doing so many things, but then also like the fact that you just jumped into that, and then like you're like taking a chance, you know. Yeah. People might think like, oh, she's the best. Like you might have gave plates to a couple people, and they're like, yeah, she needs to do this, you know. But for you, you're like, this is a real hustle. This is a real struggle. This is like, do I want to do this or don't want to do this? And I think the overlying theme has been like, doing the work, but also asking yourself is this worth it? Yeah. You know,
and you should always like, you need to touch base with yourself when you're doing things like that.
Yeah, so for you to do that, and it's a segue, right? Like going to cooking and meal prepping. How do you see yourself like how do you navigate, okay, I'm doing this for now, but what do I really love and want to do?
So how I navigated through that was
like, how does that session add to your main vision, I guess you could say? Well,
that was just something that I was doing at the moment because it was like the pandemic, and I was like, you know, it was a hustle. Like I needed to make another means of an income, and it was just like, all right, well, this is what I'm good at, and I can make money off of it, and this is what people need right now, and if I can capitalize on it, I will. And then it was like, it served its purpose.
It served its purpose.
Yeah, and then...
So how do you carry that, I guess is what I'm asking. Into anything that you're doing now, which we'll get into other stuff.
So starting the business and just me, okay, taking something that I'm good at, starting the business and learning every step, and also working in every position taught me the importance of, you know, basically knowing how your business works. So whatever business model that I create in the future, I need to know what every position is doing. And I feel that I need to understand how those positions, like what those employees are going to be doing, so that I can understand all the moving pieces to my business, you know. So
everything has purpose. Yeah. What is the purpose and the function of every element that goes into this?
If I know how to do everything in my business, I'm better equipped as a leader to lead my team. So when someone is slacking in an area, I'm not going to be like, oh, you know, I'll be like, no, I know how to do this. I'm going to show you this way. This is the way that I know how to do it. And if they can give me insight to be like, well, it would be more efficient this way, that's, you know, the teamwork. But me knowing how to do certain things in my business, whatever business model it is, it just makes it I can't even put it into words.
You're good. It just makes the vision more clear.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like whatever I'm doing is not a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And like it's going to work. Oh my God! I see. We wrote a list of stuff we're gonna talk about. This is so much better, and this is usually how I run it. But I got some stuff I'll ask you. But
Yeah.
it's because before you got here, I was like telling myself, I was like, I was debating, not debating, I guess, like not even contemplating. But usually when I do podcasts, I'm just like putting on kind of whatever, like just wearing whatever, just to be. And I think what I was doing subconsciously was separating a host from music and being an artist.
Okay.
And I realized, I was like, well, I'm just me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't need to be one way in RPL Kitchen, one way in artistry, one way in podcasts. So when I think about, you know, it's so crazy because again, everything you're saying is what we were talking about. When I'm thinking about, you said leading. Leading is huge.
Yeah.
And I feel like, how can I lead my vision unless I know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And I think we could agree, because that was the idea I was thinking. I was like, oh shit, I'm an artist talking to artists. And it doesn't need to be music. It could be like last episode was a content creator. It was a dancer. And I was like, oh, artist to artist.
Yeah.
And so I was like trying to humble myself more in that approach. Like, yeah, bro, artist to artist. And so bringing it back to you and what you're saying with leading, music for me has been like that.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know every avenue now.
Yeah.
And I think 2026, money's been a huge factor. Big factor. And so now I'm like, okay, I got the money, I got the personality, I got the flows, whatever you want to say. I got the art, I got the cameras, whatever. So with all that being said, I'm like, damn, like leading is so huge because you're bringing people into your vision and they have to be there. And we talk about being lone wolves and like talk about you know, like just being cautious of who we're around. Like, this ain't nothing to play with. Like, I got real business, I got real problems, I got real family. Like, I don't have time for you to come in and disrupt. So for you as a leader, that's cool you say that. How do you navigate from there to being a leader in music? And how do you see yourself like in that form? Like, how do you plan your artistry, and what would you give to the audience of like what they should do if they're going to lead themselves in there and then lead others with them, engineers, producers, cameramen, etc. I'm doing good.
Yes. So the best thing as an artist to put yourself in a position to even go forward at all, to put yourself in a position to lead eventually, is to do artist development. You have to develop yourself as an artist to even understand yourself. And 9 times out of 10, you haven't even tapped into all of your gifts. You haven't even tapped into all of your artistry. You don't really know yourself right off the back when you start music or when you're just starting out in your craft, whether it's music, art, fashion, like
amateur,
whatever, anything.
You're a little baby.
Yeah, and you have to do artist development. You have to try new things. You have to just get in there, do new styles, sing if you've never sing, like just get in there and play different
Kinda like
beats.
trial and error.
Yeah, just everything, just try it, you know, and you have to work with other people who have your best interest, you know. If you can't look up to that person, then you shouldn't be working with that person during artist development.
Okay.
So,
and when you mean artist development, I think people, I guess I'm speaking for myself. When I think of artist development, I think like a program.
so
You know what I mean? Like, I think of like coaching, like, do I need to find a mentor? Are you speaking? And you're speaking more, I know where you're at.
you can, it's good if you find a mentor that is equipped to do the right kind of artist development and image consulting and brand development and all those things. If you have people like that on your side, amazing. But not all of us
That's not
are blessed with that. You know, some of us have to get out
I
here
would
and
say
really
like
like
99% of people
do it ourselves and like,
Okay.
you know, trial and error.
I don't know who's watching, so I'll just have to make sure. But go ahead, continue. So with the artist development, you're looking up to the people that are working with you. If I can't look up to you, then
Yeah, then I shouldn't be working with. Like if the way you live your life and the way that you maneuver in your business and the way that, you know, you are as an artist, if I'm if I feel like I can't learn from you, then I don't need to be doing like artist development with you.
100%.
But as an artist myself, I knew that I needed artist development. So I went out there and like I found people that I knew were better than me. And I just worked with them. And it didn't really, I'm not saying that I worked with them and it went somewhere. I worked with them and it taught me more about myself as an artist.
Yes.
So that's how I knew moving forward what type of engineer I wanted to work with, what type of producer I wanted to work with, and going into these studios and reaching out to these people, I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew exactly what sound I was going for. I knew the aesthetics. Like I knew everything, and I'm like, this is what I want. I know that you can execute it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Like
You can feel it.
yeah, like I'm just like I'm aligned.
Yeah. I'm aligned is awesome, because when you're saying that, I'm thinking like you know, making music in this time, like now I'm able to make my music with my producer. Shout out to Chris Rose, which we gotta link you up in the future. I think being burnt out is big, because right now you're kind of taking, would you say, a hiatus?
I'm taking a leave of absence to, well, I'm already back in my creative space now, but I had to take a leave of absence because mentally I was just forcing it because I had so many other things going on in my life too. And I was burnt out. I was. And I was like, you know what? I can step away for a second. I'm going to step away for a second. I have to, you know, because at the end of the day, music is my passion. It's my art, you know, but it's not how I make my living at this moment, you know?
For sure.
So for me, I needed that break because I was like, yeah, this is not, I'm forcing my creativity. And whenever you get to that point where where you're like forcing it, I'm like, I can't do that. I'm not forcing it.
Okay. So you were doing hip hop rap, right? So you were doing that.
Oh, that was like the beginning.
Because what you were saying makes me think like, okay, the transition.
Oh no, I definitely took a break when I transitioned because I didn't like where I was at, and I didn't like the people who I was surrounded by. I didn't feel aligned. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be where I was. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing what I was doing. I could feel it. Like, I'm really intuitive, and I was like, you know what? It sucks for me to have to, like, I felt like I was giving up, you know? But I also knew that it wasn't over.
But I just came out of that, by the way, so I feel
you. So it's like the
you
transition.
Feel like you're giving up,
I don't want to feel like a failure. I don't want to feel all that money and that time, and like, but it also taught me I can burn it all down and build it all back up.
Facts.
And every time that I feel where I'm like, okay, something has come to an end, but that's the end for that. And it's a new beginning for something else. And everything that you learned before, you're just going to use it for the next level up.
Maximize.
And that's what it's about. You know, and like a lot of people get stuck. They get stuck because they're like, oh, they don't want to seem like a failure. They don't want to look like a failure. They don't want to, you know, it's the image. It's the self-doubt, the inner thoughts, you know?
Even when you have conversations with people, I said I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, life hits.
Yeah. So, you know,
we could be here all day on that. Like
literally, like, you got to pivot. Once you learn how to pivot, and it's like, I don't give a damn what nobody thinks of me, you know? Like, this is my life. This is how it's going to look however I want it to look. And there's always going to be construction phases, you know?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And when it gets to like this beautiful, whatever the end goal is, you know, I don't even know what the end goal is.
You see it, at least you know what it looks like.
Yeah, but sometimes it just gets bigger and bigger. So yeah, you just never know. So
yeah, because dang man, it's so beautiful, and like sometimes I underrate the podcast.
Yeah,
be real, underrated. Because whenever I sit down, I have these conversations. I think this is we're gonna hit like 20 episodes by the time this is done.
Okay.
I never thought, but these type of conversations I'm having with people is like, especially now, like everything you're saying has been kind of a theme the whole time, like like not caring what people think. And I think
Yeah.
that comes with the social media. And like, I'm 33 in May, and like, I'm from the generation of no social media. I'm playing ball outside, I'm playing baseball, I'm in the streets, blah blah blah, riding bikes. There's no time to think what people think. The only thing you care about is like what people in your house think that you live with,
Yeah.
and whoever's in your neighborhood or
Oh
your
my God,
school.
yeah.
And then like after that, it's like it's not real. But as time went on, now we're older with social media. There's that huge anxiety of like, yo, like, I want to make sure that my image is right, and my image is this and my image is that. But yeah, I could say too, like, I'm finally getting to a place, man, where it's like, I don't give a damn what people think. And it's like so hard to get there. How do you get there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for you, like, what is it that gets you to be like, you know what? I don't care what y'all think. I'm doing me.
When I allowed myself to, how can I put this? I let go of everything I thought I had to be. And I stepped away from environments that were like I knew that I wasn't supposed to be in. I stepped away from people that I knew I wasn't supposed to be around. I just started doing little changes that I wanted to do because I had this vision of what I wanted my future to look like. I had to really sit down and be like, well, what do I want? What does Lex want? Who is Lex? What does Lex want? What do I want for my future? And that's when you have to really write everything down. You have to write it down. What do I want? What do I want it to look like? All right, now what do I have to do to get there? What do I have to let go to get there? Like, what is holding me back? I'm holding me back. That's the only thing. I'm holding me back because I feel like I have to stay in this environment. I feel like I have to stay attached to these people. I feel like I have to stay in this image. No, I don't. I'm not attached to anything.
Talk to him.
I swear. And
Talk to
it was
him.
just like
I
the
love
more
that.
that I stepped into what I really wanted, the more that I was like, yeah, I don't give a damn what y'all think of me. Like, either you with me or you not. And that's okay. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, what I'm doing is better or this, that, and the third. No, we're all on our own journeys. Either we're here or we're here. And that's fine. But I don't need to go this way just because you're going that way and it looks a certain way, I don't.
Yeah. No, I think like I had a lot of friends, like growing up. I went to a big church when I was younger. Thousands of people knew a lot. I felt like I had to be attached to that. Like whatever they did, I had to do. And even after that,
Yeah.
like going into like different music venues and genres and people, I was like I had felt like an obligation. I don't know, it's this weird thing. Like, you want to fit in, I guess, or you
Yeah.
want to make your friends happy. Because a lot of people I do music with or anything with, I try to build relationships to be friends. So you kind of like get carried away, or maybe someone did something for you and you think you owe them, whatever. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, nah, like I got my own vision. Like, yo, like, damn. Because I want to keep like that's a good topic, but I want to go into what you're like in that same topic, but how you transition from hip hop to pop music. So then how does that work for you when you're trying to detach from hip hop, which is like the biggest genre in the world?
So,
You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I still believe you'll spit a freestyle eventually.
I mean,
I'm teasing you.
who knows? Maybe later on.
Just to
But
surprise people. Like, oh shit.
oh, I know. Like
forgot.
when I just pop out
I
on
forgot.
social media
I
one day and
forgot.
be like,
She's Pitbull. Like Pitbull does pop, but could spit a 16 real quick if you want me to.
yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying. So how do you transition from the rap to that without like how detaching and trying to get to the next place?
So, like I said, I was like, I just knew that I wasn't aligned with it, and I didn't like. There were some shady people that I was working with, and I was like, you know what? And one thing about it is my intuition is always on point. So when something isn't right, it's just not right. And I was like, I'm not going to let my ego run the show. I'm going to listen to my intuition and I'm just going to step away. And I just was like, I knew that I wanted more as an artist, and I always wanted to do like pop music, and I wanted to just make better music for the younger generation that's listening to me.
Yep.
Like there's little girls that are listening to this music and stuff, you know? So I'm just like, I didn't want to be a bad role model either. So I just, that's when I started like really diving into myself about what I wanted, and like going back to like me as a little girl, like what type of music did I sing? What type of music did I listen to? Like,
what did you listen to?
oh my God, I would sing like all the Titanic and the Christina Aguileras and like Backstreet Boys and
Britney
you know
Spears.
like you know, and then
Wait, not Britney Spears. I'm just kidding.
yeah, even Britney Spears, like you know, just yeah. And then my mom, she was it Jules and Fleetwood Mac and Jimi Hendrix and Aaliyah, Whitney Houston. Like I grew up on so many different
that's
genres.
Cool. That's
like
what's up. That's dope.
yeah, and then you know, just like the Eagles or the Beatles and just things. Nat King, was it Nat King Cole? I think. If I'm,
you got it. Yeah, I gotta look them up. No, you're good. You're good. It shows your range.
There's just so much that I grew up on. And I don't know. I was like, yeah, I got caught up in the environment that I was in. Yeah. And I thought that I had to fit into that environment. So then I fit myself into a box as an artist. And that's what I did. So when I stepped away and I was like, no, but I'm so much more. I can do so much more. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to just be able to be free as an artist. Like, I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to have to just only do one style. I don't want to do that. And
in 2025, you can do...
Yeah.
It's known that you could do multiple.
And that was the thing. Like, in 2020, I was like, nah. This is what I want to do. Like, I'm going to make this pivot. And I'm going to...
Oh, so this is in 2020?
Yeah. So in 2020, I was like...
I think everything happened in 2020.
Yeah, it did. Like 2019,
I'm a Trump
2020,
supporter, but...
and 2021. And then I don't know, I just made my change. And I was like, never had made a house song before, but I've always been like a skeleton writer and a co-producer for like my beats and stuff. I've always, even with my hip hop music, like I've always been in the studio while we're building the beat. You know, I'll be like, nah, I don't like that sound. Like, nah, I want this melody. Like, I come in with the melody and we build it off of what my melody is.
Okay.
Like,
that's far.
Now.
At least you're giving the producer some sense of like what you're bringing to the table. Oh,
yeah. Like, they don't have no idea. They're like, what are we doing? But my producer, engineer up north. I think
that's how most greatness is made.
Yeah.
When they're like doubting the one who's trying to make it.
Well, it was so
like,
crazy.
What are we doing? They're like, don't worry about it. Like,
Dilly was like, he had never made house music before, but he always wanted to. So that is that's that, you know, okay,
the curiosity.
You've never made it, but you want to. So I was like,
I got you.
20 projects.
I'm gonna take over your brain. Let's do this. So, you did 20?
We're at, I think, 16.
Nice, damn. Yeah. I got like 30, so catching up.
Yeah, it was like...
That's crazy. That's good. So you have stuff in the vault.
Yes.
I've never been a vault person. I always hated having a vault. Kind of get it as time goes on, but do you have like I guess I gotta call your manager. Can Lex say this? No, do you have favorite songs right now? That like you got something like, yo, this is it.
Oh, and I don't have a manager. I am this is the manager too.
Facts. We'll get into that.
Right. My favorite song is Dance With Me.
And you put it out.
Yeah.
Dance With Me, it's a good song.
I love that song.
This tone on that, super natural. The producing, the engineering, it sounds natural. Check it out. Dance With Me.
Yeah, that was I love it. All the girls love it. Yeah.
Do you have one that's like not maybe a group favorite, like producer engineer favorite, but you're like, I like this one?
I love all my songs. Like, I love all my songs.
You genuinely love all your songs?
Yes.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm over here bragging about 30 songs. I like 10 of them.
Well, you know, it's just, I step in the studio now, and when I create, it's like I'm completely out of body. And that's why I like creating from the ground up, because when I come in the studio, I'm only focused on one song, and I'm only focused on that emotion that I have for that song. I'm not thinking of anything else, but I'm also thinking about the connection of what that song is going to mean to someone else. Like, how is that song and that person and me all connected? Like, if the world was listening to this song, how would it make them feel? You know?
That's how you started. I love that.
So
I love that. It starts in the studio, like,
yeah.
imagine.
And that's what I do when I'm in there creating. I see that I'm connecting with people. Like, I literally am. Like, I'm manifesting it. I'm feeling it. Like, it's euphoric. So it's emotional. It's deep. It's fun.
It's all, but it's like a little, when it comes to house, it's almost like, because of the tempo of it, it's like deep, but also like
very upbeat,
very fun, which is like it's like ironic or like a contradiction.
It's like, it's therapy for me, because I'm like, I could go in with a sad song and it's like, you know, like I'm letting all these emotions out, or something that I'm going through, but it's upbeat and it's like helping me get through it too. So I'm having fun.
I feel like now I'm tapping into your world.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope, because I'm a hip hop head, man. Like 90s rap. I'm 30. I'm not even that old to be so into old school hip hop, but I've never got out of it. And not saying I never will. But like you're coming in the crib, I'm listening to like MF Doom. I just found out about him like 2 years ago. He's died 3, 4, 5 years ago. So it's like I never got into that world, but when I went to Coachella, I just went because people said it was dope. I was like, okay, like literally, like people said it was cool, so let's go. I was like, yeah, like what better place? Saw the lineup, was like T-Pain, Missy Elliott, DJ Premier, Pusha T was there. It was like, so all the hip hop heads, blah blah blah. And then they had like Ed Sheeran. It was a dope lineup, because this year is only Justin Bieber, and like to me it's the randoms. I'm pretty sure the whole world knows them, but I don't. Yeah. And that's where I'm coming to the sense of like, now I'm getting to the pop and house, and it's so new to me. Like, did you always listen to like, was this house and pop always in your genre? Because you're coming from hip hop, hardcore, gritty, especially being a girl, you got to be like extra tough. But then when you go to pop, it's almost like opposite.
So that's what I love, because when I was doing hip hop and rap, I was doing like some hood street, like what you see right now, completely different LEXX. You know, completely.
Show. No, I'm just kidding.
Completely different person, and I love that, because I love change, I love growth, and I just love the evolution. You know, like, yeah, that's where I was, and now I'm here, and I learned so much. Like, look at me, and I'm blossoming as a woman. You know, like, and I feel like house music allows me to embrace my more feminine side in music. And then when it was rap and hip hop, it was just so hardcore for me. And I was just like in a different place in my life where I had to be more like in a masculine energy, because I was just in survival mode majority of the time anyways, because of the environments that I was living in and working in.
That's what it is.
You know, and
that's what it is. Part of rap is being like tough and like hard.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was like, no, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to be, I just felt so trapped, and I was like, I shouldn't feel trapped.
That makes me want to ask you, we put this down, be aware of your circle, because depending on who you're with, they try to navigate your image in media.
So when I say like be aware of your circle, because if the people around you, when you start to say like, well, what if I was to do this? Like, and it's a big dream, like, and it's a vision, and they're like, you know, like, well, let's be realistic. You know, I am like,
we're going somewhere. I see what you're saying.
Get out of here. Like, don't tell me to be realistic. You know, like, I want to be with other.
Tell me to be realistic.
Yeah, like, I don't put me in a box, okay? I want to be around other dreamers that are like, wow, that's fucking dope. Like, that's amazing. What do we have to do to, like, what do you think you got to do to get there? Like, and then we start bouncing ideas off of each other. I want to be with other innovators, creators, you know? So if I have a huge vision and other people around me are like, yeah, well, today, I'm gonna go shopping.
Yeah, you're like,
And I'm
you're not on this tip.
like, okay. That's why, like, me and my friends, we get together and one drink in, we're like, oh, this business idea. Yeah, that business idea. We have business idea notes. Like, these are the type of women that I have to be around. Like, and
Man, they're pushing forward,
yeah,
like getting the vision done. Like even when you don't want to have conversations, they want to have conversations, and you're like, well, that's where I'm at. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for this conversation, and I end up having it with my homeboys, and I'm like, I needed that.
yes.
Like, woo. And then there's days where I'm like, yo, I need to go, and they're like, what do you want? I'm like, this is what we're doing. They're like, oh, shoot, you're right. So it's like the push, the accountability, the same vision, and like you're saying, like, yo, I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm not asking for permission. That's the problem. People think like if you talk to them about something that you're really like you're asked. No, I'm telling you about my vision, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Regardless if you're with it.
Yeah, I'm not asking.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's I had to step into that. Like
No, there's. Yo, go ahead.
I had to step into it. Like I'm not out here asking for no permission. Like I didn't ask for your view. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
If you take it that way.
Damn. It takes a lot to get there.
Yes, it really does. It really does.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be back there where I thought I had to ask for permission or like, I don't even want the opinion.
Because you know, in RPL TV, I need y'all to know this because like, your vision is your vision. Your DNA is your DNA. Your fingerprint's your fingerprint. Your mistakes are your mistakes. The mom and dad that raised you, those are the mom and dads that raised you. Your brothers, sisters, friends that you grew up with, school, those things mold you into the place that you're at now to where you've experienced so much where you're like, I'm over what y'all want.
Yeah.
Like, I respect my parents. I respect my friends. Mm-hmm. I respect the things that I've gone through. People that have probably mentored, like I have mentors who have mentored me that I don't talk to no more. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Like, there's no way out of it, and it takes it takes a lot. I commend you, and I'm like, oh my God, like I said, I underestimate these podcasts because like what you're doing, and I'm telling you, I want to tell you this as a friend, like I commend you in a sense, like that's not easy to do. To you, it's probably not easy, but it's easier because of maybe the heartache, the headache, trauma, the experience, the amazing moments, the moments where you were on stage performing, the moments that it leads you to here where you're like, regardless of what I went through, like, it's my time now. Yeah. And nobody could tell me different. Wow.
Yeah, I had to.
Because I feel like I'm finally getting there. I feel like and I thought I was hard-headed. I thought I knew what I wanted. I thought I knew where I was going, and now it's like exaggerated. Like now it's like, oh, I definitely know.
I do feel like it's very important as an artist for me to build myself up, and then they can come to me with an offer. So I have to be valuable. So then it's like, if I want to be signed by a label right now, it's like, well, what do you have to offer us? And that's where you get yourself into these deals where they might put you on the shelf or they're going to puppeteer you. And I'm not going to be
Which most likely they're trying to puppeteer you.
Yeah, no. Like, music is my passion. I love it. I will always do it. And me being in-house, like, I can DJ and be 50 or 60 years old. I could be 90 and be a DJ. It doesn't matter. I can create
nowadays
the rest of my
hip hop.
life.
You could be 50 years old.
Well, there's older women who are literally in their 70s DJing. Yeah. So like, if I can always.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Do you know one?
I've seen it.
You've seen it
on TikTok.
Please send it to me so I could put it up to prove to y'all.
Like literally. So
don't doubt your age.
But it's just if you're not worried about the image, it doesn't matter. But for me, music is my passion. It's a hobby. It's something that drives me. I love it. But it's not the ultimate vision for me. I will always do it. And it's always something because I'm
so the hats.
Yeah.
And the different things that you.
Yeah. The different. So, well, with the music industry, me as an independent artist, I had to learn, okay, a record label has a lot of different moving parts to it. So what are all the moving parts? I had to go and I had to learn all the moving parts. I had to learn the business side, the back end. I had to learn PR. How are these people getting on magazines or Forbes, or how are they getting interviews? They have a PR company. They have agents, you know, and some of these agents, they won't even contract you if you don't have a certain amount of, like, if you don't have a big fan base.
Yes.
So I had to pay like $3,600 a month for a PR company to do PR for me, so that when you Google me as an artist,
Yep.
you can find me on Google, and you can find me on all these different sites. Yeah, but I had to pay for that, and I never knew that that was something I had to do as an artist. So these are things that I had to figure out, and it cost a lot of money, but now I have this knowledge. You know, I have this knowledge moving forward on what I need to do, and I don't mind giving advice to like other artists. Like, you do need a PR company.
If you want, we're end the episode. If you want to give your advice to them,
Yeah.
I know people are watching that.
Yeah, you need to do PR. I had a social media manager who helped me like rebrand myself, my image, and you know, they just like ask you questions like, well, what artist page do you really like right now? You know, go look at their page, find a page that you really like aesthetically.
Okay.
And then
I've had someone tell me that.
yeah, and then think about your image, like do what you need to do to have that image, to have that quality. So I said, you know what? I don't like the photographers that I'm working with, and I want the quality. I'm going to find it. And I did. I found it here in Orlando, and her name's Yurette.
Yeah, Orlando's popping, and shout out to Yurette.
Yo, she is amazing.
Shout out to Yurette.
Like,
We try. People sleep on Florida. We'll try here. Oh shit, we're trying right now. Got him.
Yeah. But she, like, it was the journey. Like, I had to do trial and error. I spent money with people that didn't know what they were doing.
That's just how it is. And that's how it is. And that's how it is. That's how it is.
It's not the end of the road. And then when I found her, I was like,
that's a good photographer. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of hard to, like, for what when you're an artist.
Yes.
If you're having a baby, if you're wedding.
Yeah, that's different. But like,
when you're an artist, it's
someone
like
who's a creative. So I come to her and I say, hey, I want to look like I'm an AI robot, because the cover for Dance With Me.
Yeah, I seen it. Yep.
So she literally made it look like I was an AI robot, but also a human, because that's what I wanted. That was the vision that I had for the cover. So what did we do? We went in, I took the picture. I literally have the reel on my page, like what she did. I'm just there holding these things, and she goes in.
Remind to send it to me.
I will. She goes in and she just draws all these things. So here I am as an artist. I'm giving another artist a vision that I have, and she's bringing it to life. Like, you know, but I would have, it's the journey. I had to get there. I had to know what I wanted. Now I know what I want, and this is what I'm not taking anything less. So sometimes people will be like, oh, can I shoot with you? Or, oh, can I do this? And I'm like, no, because you're not there yet. And it's not a bad thing. And I'm like, you can get there, but like, you're not where I need you to be for me.
Yep.
And
it is what it is.
Sometimes the next part of your journey does start with no and yes, because a lot of the things, you have to say no to a lot of things too, especially if you're trying to be like authentic with yourself and real with yourself. Like, no, this is the look I'm going for. This is the sound I'm going for. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
you know?
it. I'm not explaining myself.
No.
Like, this is what I want. Can you do it? No. Okay. Next person.
Yeah.
Like,
so I just had to learn. You know,
that's
and
like
then,
but that's like a self-respect to you.
Yeah.
And to your art. I feel like that's a. Anyway, I'm trying not to get too deep, but because I can. But I think like what you were saying, like it's such a for people watching, it's such a self-respect to say no. It could be your friend that does the art.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do work with my friends. I hope if you have friends, keep them around. If they're doing art that collabs with you, they're gonna be great one day, as long as they're doing it every day. If you're not doing it every day, think twice. But it's irrelevant, like how close they are and who you know. It's like, this is the vision. And I'm not trying to say you can't do things with friends or do things with people close to you, but it comes to a time where like, yo, this is the nitty gritty. Like, I'm spending my money, spending my time. Like, this is what I want, nothing less.
Well, on that note, with friends though, I will say,
I work with friends, by the way, so I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, even I think I'm making a point, like, even with friends, you got to be
yeah,
like, for
well,
real.
that's the thing too, is that that will show you who your real friends are, and if you can actually move forward doing business. Because I don't mix, like, I'm a different person when it comes to business. I'm a different person in a lot of different areas. So it's like, okay, if you have me in this area, like just as a friend, but you want to do business, you got to understand how I maneuver in business, and you can't take it personal, because I'm going to make a lot of hard decisions, and I'm going to come and tell you when you're messing up, and you got to come tell me when I'm messing up if we're trying to get this business on and popping. I'm a different individual, you know? So I can't.
That's perfect.
Sometimes I don't really mix business with pleasure a lot of times. Yeah. In the past, I've had, I had, you know, exes where I'm like, you know, doing business, we have a business running, and I'm like,
you're savage for that.
I'm like, hey, listen, like, moving forward, if we break up, I can keep the business going. But then they get in their feelings, they can't keep the business going, you know? So I'm just a different type of individual. I can separate emotion from a business, but I can still love you outside of business. I can still deal with you outside of business. We can leave that there. But a lot of people don't know how to maneuver like that. So it's like, with friends, I can say.
But what you're thinking is like the Mark Cubans and the Gary V's. Like, you're like, what she's saying, y'all, is like, take notes.
Sure.
It's true. Like my younger brother, like he's like that. Like, he's very like, if they have a fallout, he finds a way to still make the business work.
Yes, you should.
I'm like, bro, you had a fall. He's like, yeah, but they call me back like a year later, like they need this. And you know what I said? All right, let's work it out. Business only.
Get over your feelings. Get over it. Let's get this money. If we were good in business, if we were good business partners, like, and we were doing good business, like, we ain't got to be best friends.
Again, it goes back to like respect for yourself and respect even with other partner. Like, I respect myself to know, like, I got a family to feed. I got a future. Like, F my feelings. Let's get this bread.
Yeah.
Yo, RPL TV. I don't know. Like, the thing is, what you're like, I'm gonna be real. Like, this is a fire conversation because been doing 3 seasons, and this is one of the few times that you're saying something super valid. Yeah. Like, this is beyond what 90% of people actually think. And for people that are watching, I'm not trying to belittle your knowledge. I'm not trying to say you don't know nothing, but this is why we do what we do. This is why she came here. Like, dropping gems of like how life really works. Yeah. It is what it is. You get into mixed situations, exes, breakups. Not saying that you need to do business and like, it's not like a mandatory thing, but the point is the feelings and emotions got to go. It's got to go, because your life moves on, and there's things that you love and do, and people came into your life and helped you there. And if you can still maintain it because you're mature enough, or you're business savvy enough, or you're driven and vision enough to be like, yo, like, let's make this work. So that's fire.
But that's another thing I will say while I'm thinking about it.
We could wrap it up here. Like I said, I could be here for 2 hours.
I know. I'm like, damn, it slipped away.
Damn, I do that.
It was there and now it's gone.
I try not to yap too much. I yap a little bit.
No, it's okay. I literally, the thought will come and then it'll go. I'm like, okay. It'll come back to me.
No, just talking about just separating the feelings, man. And it's not an easy thing. And it takes the maturity, or like, it takes like it takes maturity, it takes life experience.
It takes life experience. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't have life experience. I have a lot of life experience, and a lot of people don't get this close to me to have these type of in-depth conversations, because a lot of people are surface level. So they'll miss out on a lot of great knowledge that's priceless, because if you can sit down next to me, I'll spill it. I don't, if I can help someone,
We might have to do a part 2.
if I can help someone.
I'm not inviting nobody. Yo, let's schedule the next one. Let's do a part 2. I'll edit that one. We'll get it out.
Yeah.
I would do 2 hours of podcast, but
yeah,
I guess I gotta get my system up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm real intentional now. Like what I've learned and how I can give back to my community. Like, I'm real intentional on how I speak to people when they come to me and talk to me about things.
I appreciate that. 100%. Like, I don't have enough words to say that. Hopefully actions to speak, right? Seriously. Because there's not enough words to express my gratitude for you being here. I really don't. I think it's one of the few times I could talk to somebody, but what would you give the audience before you get out of here? I feel like you said it all, but
I have.
enough.
I've said a lot.
What would you speak on anxiety? Let's do that.
Oh.
And stress and over burnout. Let's do that.
Give yourself grace. And if you're not scared, if it's not giving you anxiety, you're probably not doing something that's big enough. Like, if you're scared to mess up, it's because you care about it. Like, it means that you're doing the right thing. But it's also human to have that anxiety. Like, so many big artists that we know. Yeah, you got to have grace. And just be real about it.
My bad, you said so many big artists we know.
Yeah, so many big artists we know, they struggle with anxiety and stage fright. And it doesn't matter how many times they get up there. They're shaking. Their palms are sweating. Like, they're clenching the mic, like, that's why I'm like, I like a little headpiece, because I will squeeze. I will till my hand hurts, with my anxiety. So, but it's normal. And I would say don't stop just because you're experiencing anxiety, like, and you're not alone. But there's different exercises that you could do, breathing exercises. There's just.
What would you say is like a main one for you?
For me?
A practical one, yeah.
Oh, let's see. For me, it's just repetition. Like, the more that I perform diving into this genre that I'm in now, the better I feel about it. So,
couldn't agree. Like,
yeah, like
100%.
the more that you perform,
100%.
the more it teaches you about the areas that you have to work on and what not to do the next time, of course. But it shows you, like, okay, well, what venues I don't want to perform at, and where should I really be performing where I'm going to be valued, and how to market yourself properly to where that anxiety, you're not going to have that anxiety. You're going to be connecting with these people who are actually there to see you, and you want to connect with your crowd. So marketing and, just being in the right place, and being in the right environment, that can, like, lessen your anxiety by so much.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you, LEXX, so much. Like I said, like, this is I'm not exaggerating at all. She's dropping bars. We could be here all day. All my guests, we could be here all day. I will say you are putting it down right now. Thank you. Because we need to hear that. We need to hear the real and like the reality of what it is to be an artist, what it is to be creative, what it is to, like, you don't need to be making music, right? You could be making bread. You could be designing futons. By the way, I need a new futon. This one's ripping up. Like, you could do whatever, man. Consistency is gonna pay it off. Doing your vision is gonna help you get the consistency and the vision is going to help you sharpen your skills without you even knowing. If you do it over and over and over again, you will be better at it regardless. Even if you don't think you're great at the craft, keep pushing, keep doing it, get around the right people. LEXX, thank you so much for being here. More to come. RPL TV. Music on the way. LEXX on the way.
LEAR on all platforms.
I didn't say LEXX, sorry.
LEAR on all platforms.
Link in the bio. RPL Rich. Taxes, credit repair coming up. We care about you guys. If you want to do this music stuff, you got to get your finances right. Probably the hardest pill to swallow, but it is what it is. And so, yo, whatever you're doing, we love you. Thank you so much. Leave in the comments. Maybe get LEXX on RPL Kitchen. We'll see. Thank you for being here. We love you. Shout out to Rich Roll Productions, Kevon B Productions. We'll see you guys later. Peace. Let's go. That was fire.
Okay.
Great job.
Awesome.